Still the take for this lightweight scrap. Now for the introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Charles "The Bronx" Oliveira! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Arman Ahalkalakis Tsarukyan!
Ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Charles Oliveira, maybe the most exciting fighter, man or woman on this roster, top to bottom. He is a finisher of the highest order, and you can be sure he will be in hot pursuit of another stoppage win here tonight. Oh, went for the spinning kick there, telegraphed it a little bit, no good. Nice punch there by Tsarukyan. Tries to work it into a takedown. Position. Oh, now gets an underhook to get a more dominant position.
Oh, guillotine here.
That is tight. Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
Good, solid strike on the ground. Tsarukyan is looking to pass here, denied by the opponent. Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
Side control now. Oh, he's got his back. Oliveira's in half guard now. Right into side now.
That was a slick transition. Right now, it looks like he may be trying to set up an arm triangle choke. He needs to secure the left arm, push it across, and secure it. Oh, now he's in trouble.
Somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth, but the submission defense wins this transition.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. All right, just as we saw a few seconds ago, he finds the home for another ground and pound strike.
Beautiful punch lands there from inside the guard.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Constantly a moving target.
Big ground and pound.
All right, so a grueling battle on the ground, and no surprise, the crowd pops in appreciation as the fighters work their way back to the field.
This is an educated crowd, J.A. They appreciate high-level grappling, and that's exactly what they got in that exchange.
Oliveira going for the takedown, he misses. Nice clean attack there, and around to the body. 5 minutes in the books.
A little sloppy on your takedowns out there, okay? It's time to suck it up, get sharp, and get focused.
All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Oh, round 2. Oh, beautifully placed with the hook there by Oliveira. Glancing right hand lands upstairs. Oliveira doing the right things defensively.
These boys are standing right in front of each other, just kind of going at it.
Oh, massive knee to the head. Back to the knee. Oh, good series of knees by him there, working the head, working the is able to transition back to side control now. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire.
Changing the position. He's trying to get to a half guard at least. At minimum, trying to go to half guard.
Attempting a choke now.
Oh my goodness, I think he might have it.
Oh, he escapes.
He got out. I mean, wow, that is great submission defense.
Well, he has expended a lot of energy going for these submissions tonight. I'm not sure his opponent is actually submittable.
No, it doesn't seem like it because every time he goes for a submission, he gets close, or at least he expects to get close. But his opponent is so on his game that he's not giving him much to work with. This has been a beautiful display of grappling offensively, but also defensively. Oh, man, he's getting deep. The arm triangle is getting very close. What he's got to do now is get to the opposite side of the body. Okay, he's got it. That's it. He's out. What submission defense on display.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Oliveira. All right, crowd absolutely loving it as the fighters, however compromised, make their way back to the feet.
They may be tired, but that tiredness, that fatigue is warranted. That was a high-level grappling exchange between two phenomenal grapplers.
All right, so now we start to see some bruising appearing on the torso, and all of that courtesy of the body work of his opponent.
Just the wherewithal to go to the body and the discipline to stay with that approach. I mean, this is tremendous. You see a fighter with a high fight IQ following a game plan, and it's working.
How you feel? Awesome. Your cardio is great, dude. Keep that pressure.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, and just let it all hang out over the course of 5 minutes.
All right, so the crowd voicing its appreciation after that crazy sequence in the previous round. Nearly submitted him there, DC.
This is usually what we get with striking. But tonight you have a very educated crowd.
Let's do it.
They appreciate high-level grappling, and they are getting that tonight in this fight. That submission was indeed the wow. What a great job of escaping and living to fight another day.
Beautiful jab there by Oliveira.
He does a phenomenal job of actually attacking the takedowns off of his punches. He passes to half guard.
Drops down inside the now. Oh, attempting to go for the leg now. Heel hook looks tight.
Going very hard to try to finish this fight by heel hook. He has got to secure the leg and keep the hip past the knee. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone.
Oh, he got out.
I cannot believe this guy got out. He was done. Now, his opponent's on his back, but it's much better than being stuck in the castle.
Oh, lands with the ground and pound strike.
Oh, he's flattened on his back now. Beautiful transition.
Oh, he's setting up another submission now. Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in.
The triangle choke is locked in. This was a beautiful technique. He just has to get his feet locked behind his knees now. Generate pressure going up with his hips, pulling the head down.
You gotta be kidding me. He's out.
Massive shot from the top.
Well, doing his able best to avoid the ground and pound here. Nice job by Oliveira.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. Reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds because... Oh, big elbow.
now to go in our third and final round.
Let's work. Let's work. We need to work.
Gotta be careful here. Yes, smart adjustment. Yep.
Sauerkraut is right back to the full mount here.
Nice transition.
Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Sauerkraut's able to move. Well, the fight goes the distance. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how you end a fight. Let's get it to Bruce Buffer. He has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest 29-29. This contest is considered a unanimous draw.
All right, so the fight goes to the judges' scorecards, and it is scored a majority draw. Both fighters had their moments. It was an exciting fight, and no red stripe on the Wikipedia page for either fighter. That's pretty good news.
Yeah, you know, neither guy gets a loss, and both guys had good spots in the fight. No one was able to do anything sustained that allowed for them to separate and distance themselves. Tremendous fight, very evenly matched, and we knew that coming in.
Tonight's tale of the tape. To get us started with the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, and now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Lucky Lauren Murphy.
Ready. Let's do it.
Murphy compares herself to UFC fighters Court McGee and the former champ and Hall of Famer Forrest Griffin. A definite tenacity and toughness to her style. Target.
Oh, big stick to top. That's another one.
Now they're being thrown on both sides. Big power shot there.
I mean, is this thing on repeat? How many times can you say punch to the head?
Nice hook there by Macy Shasta. Fast pace here in the early going. Just unable to quite find that range.
I mean, that is a big shot to the head. I cannot believe she's still standing. Oh, big right hand.
Murphy got into the sport initially after taking her son to a jiu-jitsu class. Well, we could be looking at an epic comeback here. She rocked her significantly, but wasn't able to finish the fight. Her opponent maybe creeps back in.
Her opponent will now try to find a way to work her way back into this fight. It will be on her to once again land one of those brutal punches to try to knock her out this time. Huge shots going on right here.
Back to the feet now.
Oh, nice right hand.
Both fighters exchanging the pocket here. Man, she is just breaking her down with volume tonight as she lands another combination.
I mean, over and over.
What a strike by her there. I'd be knocked out. Her opponent still stands.
She's still standing, but she's got to get on her bike, John. She's got to get out to the center of the octagon, crack her face, so that she can finish it.
Oh, jab by her there. You know, we referenced her reach advantage on the tail of the tape and certainly made good use of it there. Good connection by her with the jab.
They got checked.
And plenty of time with which to work. 30 seconds to go in the round. Oh, how clean is that? Nice strike. Final seconds here. Round two next. All right, so a standing ovation from this capacity crowd after that round. A huge knockdown there in the middle of the round. Got to have her feeling pretty good here as she goes to the stool.
Back and forth up to that point, but she eventually found the shot that put her opponent on her backside. But how about the toughness of the opponent to get up off the floor and finish that round? Let's see how she approaches the next round.
All right, so there is the horn, so we will see another round. You thought maybe with that knockdown that could have been the end.
You thought it was over. People don't usually get up from those types of strikes. She took that big punch, continued to plod forward. But if she does not move her head, her night will be over very quickly.
Ready.
Round two on the way.
Nice kick.
Huge strike right there, DC.
Great shot landed. Now she's got to go chase one down and get another one off to finish the fight.
That shot blocked by Murphy. Pretty significant to the left side.
She does a great job of getting the leg to the target. Beautiful leg kick.
Heavy leather landed on both sides in that exchange. Push kick there to the body. Under 3 minutes now to go in round two. Well, she was a little bit hesitant in round one, but she has certainly picked up the pace here in this second round. It took her a while to find her range. She's in a strong striking rhythm now. Trying to find a home for that right hand.
Beautiful punch to the body.
Well, let's see if she goes back to the hook again. Obviously, there will be a setup. She'll work off the jab and go back to trying to punctuate the combination with a hook. And potentially a critical takedown here. Good movement defensively here on the ground by Murphy. All right, so different rounds, same narrative, and it's the wrestler's hands, not her takedown. She came here to box today.
Yeah, she came here to box, John. She told us that we were going to be very surprised at how good she looked in the stand-up. And to this point, she has proven that. But I wonder how soon we can expect a level change for her to try to take her opponent down, because ultimately you always go back to what you do instinctively, and we know that's a wrestling. That was nice.
Chasson's back in full mount. Oh, nice job by her there. You see how strong she is. Her opponent's trying to control posture, unable to do so.
Gotta be careful here.
Chasson's in half guard. 20 seconds left to go in round two. 10 seconds to go in the round. Murphy's cheek looks like it's cut here, starting to bleed a little bit.
Good round.
All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round. So potentially a big factor here, ladies and gentlemen. The cut on the cheek sustained in that round. Certainly better to be below than above the eye, but the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. All right, so there's the horn. The round is over, and we've got more fighting. It looked like maybe we'd get a finish there after she landed upstairs.
Well, she was excited. She thought it was done. How does she reshift? How does she get herself back in the moment to try to repeat what she just did, but also top it and actually get the finish?
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go, third and final round. All right, here we go with our next round. Previous round, both fighters had their moments. We'll see who takes the upper hand here.
Both had their moments, but nobody really stood out. Nobody separated themselves from the other fighter. Which of these two women is going to be able to really charge out ahead in the next round?
Can you believe she is there? Probably her best strike of the fight.
Her best strike, and you don't see this type of power normally in this weight class, but she lands, and she lands very effective.
Oh, now she lands a kick to the body. All right, so an interesting... Oh, with authority, the body. Just missed with the left there. Well, she keeps going back to that right hand. This one's not there for her. Leg kick got home by her there. 3 minutes now to go to decide this one. All right, so her calf now starting to show some real signs of bruising, DC.
And that only works because her lead leg is her opponent's lead leg. It's the split stance. It's two conventional fighters, so that kick is available to her.
Just misses there with the left.
Oh, nice.
Chasson's nose is cut now, and she's starting to deal with some blood in that area. Single leg takedown.
In the half guard.
She's moving her head pretty good on the ground here, avoiding a lot of these shots. All right, she's in the full guard here, DC.
She's going to be looking to pass, try to get to the next position.
That opened up a cut around her eye area. Got to shore up the defense.
She's got to move her head. She has not moved her head effectively, and now she's dealing with the cut.
Nice job there by the taller fighter to land her patented knee. Oh, debilitating knee. Lands yet again. Should by her life be seeing. Envious right now seeing. 15 seconds remain in the round. Chasson's eye is starting to close up. Got to get that end swell on it between rounds if we get there. And that is how you end a fight. All right, the official decision is now in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 29-28. For the winner by unanimous decision, Macy Chason!
All right, well, as she told us she would do in the fighter meeting, she did not allow the wrestler to get off early, and she cruises to the unanimous decision victory tonight.
And no question about it. I mean, she just looked good tonight. She looked good everywhere. Even when she got taken out, she got right back up. She defended takedowns. She was able to land her strikes on the feet. This is the type of performance that really does make you stand up and go, you know what, man, this girl has real potential to be a UFC champion.
Tail of the tape for this strawweight fight. All right, now for the official introductions, we go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC strawweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Jillian the Savage Robertson! And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Yasmin Lucindo!
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go with round one. She is arguably the best kickboxer in her division, and yet tonight, she gets her biggest test to date, fighting one of the more well-rounded fighters across all divisions in the UFC.
In the start of her career, she fought stand-up fighters. But when you beat the stand-up fighters, when you separate yourself from people with the same type of skills, you find yourself standing across the octagon from one of the best fighters in the world. A truly well-rounded mixed martial artist. That is the task in front of her tonight. She has got to be able to stay upright if she wants to win this fight. And for the well-rounded fighter, she has got to get this thing to the ground and make her uncomfortable.
Nicely done. Making all these shots count.
Role reversal there. And now she's in mount. Great job landing from the top position.
Oh, she's setting up an unlock now.
What a tight armbar.
Oh, that's gotta be it. Oh, she got out. How good is that? She's trying to pass the guard here. Ooh, gets denied by the
She
bottom.
got stopped. She got stopped right in her tracks. Great job by the bottom fighter.
Oh, the ground and pound is there. Oh, and how about that? They make their way back to the feet. Crowd going crazy. What a moment for these two athletes.
The crowd is losing their mind. While they like the grappling, they love a good stand-up fight.
Straight right is there. Nice. Nicely done. Try to establish that jab. Attempts the front kick there.
Best punch in the game. Beautiful jab.
Stuffs the takedown. No problem. And she caught the kick. Oh, making this clinch work count. Lands the punch there. Push kick there to the body. And now they are throwing both sides with conviction. Oh, nice job to get the takedown late in the round. Certainly not resting on her laurels here as we wind it down in this round.
Oh, my God.
She's going to take it on at the beginning of the round, middle, and the end.
Stop,
you have to know that you will be constantly under attack from this wrestle-heavy approach.
This round control is unbelievable. She is no awesome. So what are we going to do? We're going to do the same thing we did last round. The judges, no doubt, screwed.
While we look back at some of the replays from that previous round, DC, a lot of good action for fight fans over those 5 minutes.
I mean, high pace, high intensity, all action first round. Both landed multiple strikes. What a great round of fighting.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Second round underway. Well, she connected there. Nicely done. Looking to get that right hand over the top and to the target.
Another punch to the head.
Single leg takedown is good. Nice job by her there to land yet another takedown. I gotta think at Gilroy High School wrestling practice next week, they're gonna be watching this fight.
I mean, we will show it. I will pull out the projector, put it up on the wall, and say this is how you secure takedowns in a big environment. The state tournament has nothing on what this young lady's going through.
Right into full guard here, DC. Where does she go from here?
She needs to be passing, right away passing, trying to pass to get the ground and pound off.
Oh, nasty elbow elbows now, DC. Hard to see if a cut's been opened up, but gotta think at some point there's gonna be some blood.
You gotta be so close to fight and throw this many elbows back to back. Great job.
Just over 3 minutes now to go in round 2. Really good job by her in the bottom position to land a strike and not idle there. Trying to stay heavy here as best she can. All right, so she told us in the fighter meeting the body shots were going to be key, and they certainly have been. She invested early, and now you're starting to see some damage on the other side.
Yeah, she's doing a great job of following the game plan. She spoke to us in the fighter meeting about going to the body, about investing, not worrying about seeing the outcome right away. And it's starting to show now as this fight gets longer.
And right into side control. Well, there are a few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions.
Oh, watch guillotine here.
Oh, that guillotine is officially tight. Oh, somehow she gets out.
I thought it was over. I thought it was over, but that's one thing you know. Never underestimate these fighters in their submission defense.
Well, she continues to try to set up submissions here, but there it is, gets denied again.
Once again, the submission is denied. This is just great submission defense. I mean, she's so locked in, she doesn't give you any chances. It'll be very hard to get her out of here with a submission.
Round 3 next.
All right, good stuff, good stuff. That was your round for sure. Your round, you dominated that one. All right, I need more of the same. This is the last 5 minutes. As soon
All right, so that's the end of the round. Lot to like in there, DC, particularly when it comes to her offensive wrestling.
She's evolving, right? She's gotten better. She did not have this skill set before. Now you watch her, and she looks like an Olympian. She looks like a girl that can wrestle at the highest levels. She scored so many takedowns in that round. Her wrestling coach must be very proud.
Third and final round.
Nice job landing that kick. And that's the danger in the engagement there.
Well, she's been good tonight, but she missed without. Oh, she's really starting to put together some significant body shots here, attacking both sides now. Takedown defense holds up. Seemed like she wanted out of the clinch there.
That was a big check. She got that single collar tie. She knew this would be a problem if she stayed there. She finds her way out of the clinch position. Nice single. Nice pass. Oh, nice headlock.
Oh, she got that locked in quickly. It's tight.
Oh, yeah, it's a fight here.
Her feet now, good sign for her there. All right, so we're on the feet at least for now, but you got to think, at least from her standpoint, another takedown. What a strike by her there. I'd be knocked out. Her opponent still stands.
She's still standing, but she's got to get out of the fight. She's got to get out to the center of the octagon, find some space, and hold her opponent for finishing. That was going to end the fight.
Just over 2 minutes to decide it.
And she separates from her opponent.
And there it is. The takedowns have come in bunches. Again, going for the shot.
What a kick. That one landed.
stuffs the takedown shot there. How good is her takedown gear?
Big inside kick.
It's already some bruising on the side of her opponent, perhaps trying to set something up high later on in the fight.
It's beautiful. You know, she keeps digging into the body. When her opponent thinks body kick's coming, watch for something more top. I think the Valentina Shevchenko Jessica Eye, it was this setup that allowed her to knock Eye out and retain her championship. Seems like we're heading in the same direction.
20 seconds left. So the fight goes the distance, and man, did they entertain the masses. All right, so the women go the distance here tonight, entertaining fight throughout, and she really got it done with her striking, I think.
She got it done with her stand-up. That's what she's known for. It's her calling card. It's exactly what we come to expect when this young lady steps into the octagon, throwing her punches and bunches, landing beautiful kicks. What a great performance.
The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score this contest 29-28. Declared the winner by unanimous decision, Yasmin Lucindo.
Well, I'm not sure if she can realize a world title in the UFC, but tonight, Daniel, for this kickboxer was a huge step in the right direction. I'm not sure she's going to run into a more well-rounded fighter than she faced here tonight.
And that proved, John, that proved that she is able to compete with the best of the best. Because if there was a matchup that on paper was difficult for her, it was this one. And she won impressively. What a performance by this young lady.
Hard tail of the tape for this heavyweight fight. All right, now for the official introductions, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC heavyweight champion, Stipe Miocic. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Curtis Razor
Ready, fight. Ready.
Dateline, Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the fight capital of the world. With respect to anywhere else you want to go, if I'm a fighter, if I'm an athlete in combat sports, this is where I want to go.
You want to fight in Vegas, and now this beautiful T-Mobile Arena is the backdrop of tonight's great UFC event.
Done there by Blades. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. Miocic gets up. He is back on the feet here. Look for him to throw that overhand here again. Hard shots landing on both sides here.
Heavy body kick lands.
Oh, he gets tagged again. Nice combination. Just over 3 minutes to go, round 1. Jab. Huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get in his space so that he doesn't get finished.
Oh, the ground and pound is coming. Good movement to avoid some of that power coming back. And busy as he looks to improve position here. Nice positional control here.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Blades.
Oh, this This is where you don't want to be, though.
Working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. Blades is back in full mount. Blades making these ground strikes count. Blades is back to the side control now. Lands with the ground and pound. These ground strikes are starting to add up. Miocic getting touched here repeatedly with these ground and pound strikes from the top. Referee's not going to bail you out. Oh, what a moment there as they make their way back to the feet. Crowd may be jumped, but they're absolutely right.
Yeah, the crowd loves to stand that fight. All that grappling wasn't what they wanted to see. They're back up on their feet now. They're popping forward. They're excited.
Oh, effective strike there by Curtis Blades. That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round one.
Listen, it's the control and the this fight. She cannot have you are controlling every aspect of the fight.
All right, let's get you some pictures from that previous round, DC. A lot of good work with the ground and pound strike.
Yeah, he was able to control posture, get himself postured up, land big ground and pound as he ended the round. What a great finish to a fantastic round.
All right, back to the live action now at the start of round two.
Ready.
And there is Curtis Razor Blades and Stipe Miocic. Oh, nice jab by Miocic. Straight right, he misses. Out of range with that one. These guys have some chains on them. Huge shots being landed on both sides. His opponent in a lot of trouble now.
That was Cain Velasquez's punch of choice. Every time he landed that overhand right, he hurt people bad. And this guy has his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh, beautiful lead kick is good there by Blades. Well, Jake, I don't see that well, but it's hard to miss the redness underneath that elbow. A lot of bodily investment from his opponent tonight.
Yeah, it's an investment, John. It may not pay dividends right now, but the more you go there, the more damage you do, eventually it will show itself. Right now it's starting to show.
All right, well, good news is he rocked him. Bad news is he wasn't able to finish the job, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, you don't get those opportunities very often. You got to take full advantage of them when they're presented to you.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. We passed the midpoint here of the fight. Just out of range with the big right hand. Well, a really good second round for him thus far. After a somewhat lackluster first round, he has found the rhythm and found his striking range. Scary proposition for the opponent now here in round two. To the target. See if his opponent can survive.
I cannot believe he is still standing after taking that punch.
Stipe's back inside control here.
Inside control, you got a ton of options. He goes knees on belly.
Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent.
Use your hips to hit back to the guard.
Oh, nice.
All right, so the hands are crispy tonight. Not exactly what we thought we would see out of this wrestler, but as a former two-time U.S. Olympian yourself with some hands,
He can fall in love with the striking. He is showing tonight that everything starts with his wrestling. It gives him a level change, which then in turn helps him land in the striking. He looks fantastic. I did not expect him to look this good in the boxing tonight.
well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here. 10 minutes in the can.
Beautiful. All we got is 5 more minutes. Can you give me 5 minutes? Can you give me 5 minutes to take games? Can you set those shots up?
All right, so let us now check out some of the action in that round, DC. There was a whole lot of it, including a stunner upstairs that nearly closed the show.
It was a lot of action. It was back and forth action, but the big moment was that big strike to the head that landed, that put him on wobbly legs and in survival mode. Luckily, he made it to the end of that round.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Crowd fired up, so are we. Third and final round. All right, so as this next round gets underway, huge shot finds the target there.
Great shot lands. Now he's got to find the target. The kill shot is what they call it, to go and end the fight. Look at that. Recognize he was about to lose position. This is where he wants to be.
Pretty good head movement. He's avoiding a lot of these ground strikes. All right, looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. Lands the ground and pound strike here. Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks. In the half guard.
Right into side control.
I mean, at this point, you just have to do something. You know, you have to maybe start trying to pull guard, grab him, pull him into you to try to change it and get him in your realm. Well, you have the advantage.
Bottom fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage.
Posture. He might get the TKO here. Unbelievable. Make the bad man stop. A nice stoppage win for him here tonight, and the other side just couldn't handle the incoming assault. A flurry of punches, most of them upstairs, and when those big shots land repeatedly, the referee has no choice but to step in and call the fight. We go inside the octagon where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 58 seconds of the third round, declaring the winner by TKO, Curtis
Well, Curtis Blades with another big W here tonight, and perhaps this is a guy who could eventually find his way into a UFC championship fight. I thought he put all the skills together beautifully here tonight. Curtis Blades, all of a sudden a major factor in this UFC heavyweight division. Our tale of the tape for this bantamweight fight. We send it inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Umar Nurmagomedov. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the former UFC flyweight champion of the world and the former UFC bantamweight champion, Henry Triple C Cejudo.
You ready? You ready? Do it.
All right, ready to go here, round one. The boxing repertoire of Henry Cejudo has really improved leaps and bounds. This is a really clean, technical fighter who more often than not gets off to a good start. Didn't against Benavidez, figures to get off to a pretty good start tonight. Throwing that jab now again, the fighter evades. Side kick is true. Oh, this place is going nuts. We got a brawl on our hands, folks.
The fans are out of their seat. These guys are getting after it.
Nice jab by Cejudo. Cejudo's another kick landed there. Oh, man, hates to be hit with one of those knees to the body. Big left hand lands upstairs. Left hook to the head. Cejudo going for the takedown here. Nothing doing there. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Lead kick is true there by Nurmagomedov. Oh, going for the takedown here. Both fighters starting to open up a little bit. Punches and bunches as he lands another combination there. Really doing a nice job stringing his shots together.
He's doing a great job of stringing the shots together and also just mixing up the target and the attacks. Great job finding the man who has a great double leg. My goodness, he has a great double leg. Now he's got good body position. Yup.
We'll see what he does here. He postures up and lands to the head. And there it is, another strike on the ground gets through. Nurmagomedov getting absolutely worked from the top here on the wrong end of nearly all of these ground and pound strikes.
Oh, he passes the half guard now, and he's not posturing to land punches, so look for a submission attempt.
Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission with a big ground and pound.
Nurmagomedov's back in full guard.
Oh, right into mount. He's got to start throwing now.
Good work from the top here by Cejudo. Round two straight ahead.
All right, take a seat, man. Deep breaths. Breathe. All right. Now, I need you to refocus, and we're going to take this fight in a different direction. I want you to start.
Well, what a round it was, especially from a striking standpoint. DC, take us through.
High-level striking. I mean, this is what people come through the doors to see. Two men stand on a quarter, chest to chest, forehead to forehead, and let it all fly. I'm surprised nobody went out, but it does excite me for the next round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round two is underway. All right, next round is now underway. I thought there was pretty good back and forth action in the previous round.
Yes, it wasn't a firefight. It wasn't two guys throwing the kitchen sink at each other. But you did see times where they came together and you saw the skill level of these two fighters.
Well, it's amazing that an athlete like Henry Cejudo, as accomplished as he is, could still have such an appetite for learning. He's now mastered the weight cut. His boxing is on a completely different level. Alan Byers deserves a lot of credit for that. And Santino DeFranco has really helped him put his entire MMA game together. You know, DC, you're usually pretty prophetic when it comes to these game plans and strategies. Are you surprised he hasn't even tried to take him down yet?
Yes, it's very surprising to watch a guy that has this type of wrestling chop not trying to attempt to get this fight to the ground.
Well, that's one way to take advantage of an edge and reach. Beautiful connection with that punch. Back to the leg kick now. That one's no good. 2 minutes have gone by. Well, perhaps he has a point to prove. Perhaps there's a hip injury.
that enjoys the wrestling is very disappointing. Because to me, it seems like he doesn't want to put the effort out there tonight to try and secure takedowns. You take a lot of risk by not using your best skill, and you almost put your opponent on your level by being limited.
Well, maybe he can hear us. Bro, if you don't attempt to take down, DC's going to pull out his cellular telephone and start watching collegiate wrestling.
Oh.
Change level. Now the hammer fist here by the ever-improved Henry Cejudo.
He passed the half guard.
Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Blocked.
Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. Well, good dexterity and movement here on the ground to avoid any further damage, courtesy of that ground and pound. Nice job off of his back by Cejudo. He continues to evolve as a striker.
Yes, smart adjustment, yup. Kicked him out here.
45 seconds remain in the round. Seconds to go in round 2. Well, he's on his back, but he's moving his head on the ground pretty well defensively. Seconds winding down in round 2. 10 minutes in the books.
Great work next round. Keep that pace flat. I'm impressed. You really broke him down with your striking. Keep that going. The inside low kick is awesome.
All right, let's check out some of the action from that previous round, DC. Head kicks upon head kicks, man.
I mean, generally you don't take this many head kicks.
Right.
You get one and you go to sleep. But he's been able to withstand it. But I'm telling you, man, he takes one more and he takes one more clean. His night's over.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Well, that left hand has been there at times, not on that attempt. Oh, beautiful technique on that straight punch.
He's got that single collar tie.
Oh, elbow to the head of the clinch. That one landed flush by the Magomed. And both fighters exchange in the pocket. Cejudo gets in the clinch yet again. Oh, lands another beautiful strike to the body, really starting to connect at will when it comes to working the body, and especially effective doing it later in this fight. Didn't see a lot of that from him in the earlier rounds. Oh, big left. Oh, strong hook to the head there by the ever-improved Henry Cejudo.
Nice eyes on the defensive side.
Oh, there you go.
All right, feet on the hips here.
Oh, he got to the spot.
All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke.
All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of his position up the body.
Oh, that's how you do it. Posture's up and lands to the head. And there it is, another strike. Gets through on the ground.
It's work. I'm going to stand this
90
up.
seconds now to go in this one.
He's got to be careful here.
Less than a minute now to go in the round.
This is a terrible position.
Huge of this fight. Bloody fight as we go the full 15 minutes, and that is how you close the show. All right, so as we await the judges' scorecards, DC will look back at his handiwork. He had it all going from a striking standpoint.
Man, he did a great job. It was very entertaining to watch someone be in such a great state of flow, a great flow state in regards to the stand-up. He said that tonight we would be very impressed with his performance, and I am thoroughly impressed.
The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest 29-28. For the winner by unanimous decision, Umar Nurmagomedov!
Well, he did not get the finish that he certainly prioritized when we sat down with him at our fighter meeting, but a win is a win. He gets it done by unanimous decision.
And he said he wanted to finish, but sometimes your opponent's not willing to play the game. In those instances, all you can do is control what you can control, and that's fight to the best of your ability. He did exactly that tonight.
Our tail of the tape for this middleweight fight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC middleweight champion and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, Anderson the Spider Silva! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, George Rush St. Pierre!
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, so here we go with round 1 of the super fight that began the whole super fight conversation. Anderson Silva, of course, the naturally bigger man, taking on the outstanding wrestler George St. That's as good a punch as he's thrown all night.
The punch that lands down the middle, the one that you don't feel, is the ones that land perfect, and that one landed perfect. Oh, just opening up on him now.
Oh, that's
You heard him again.
stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. The takedown is not there. Counters with a leg kick, and he's sent there by GSP. Leg kick lands. Pretty good position here with the single collar in the clinch. Ooh, big knee. Oh, nice knees by him. Man, he does not discriminate. He is throwing to all parts of the target tonight.
They talk about using all your weapons. Tonight, he is using those knees to scoot out.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
What a great job getting that kick to the target.
While Silva's swelling now around that jaw area, we'll see if he can make some adjustments and perhaps defensively raise that guard to prevent any further damage. Well, maybe ill-advised to be competing off your back, but he's landing.
Oh.
Back him out now. And he's back up. Well, he's doing a nice job here blocking these shots. The chin is tucked. He's got a huge strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Keeps going back to that jab. Keeps throwing that jab, but unable to win. Shooting for the takedown here. Hook is there again. 45 seconds to go here in round one. Just the gas of the leg kick now. Let's go with punch.
He is throwing those kicks, even in kick. He is trying to break his leg with every single kick. He gets himself powered out. Look for him to now start to find uppercuts up the middle to try to do damage to his opponent.
Some separation. Full set for the end of round one. Man, I can't even relate to this type of toughness. The round is over. Multiple stunners there from St. Pierre. All right, there's the end of the round, so it was a huge strike to the head that stunned his opponent and nearly got him out of there.
Yeah, that was a big moment. A big strike lands. His opponent's on wobbly legs. That is exactly what you want to see as you're walking back to your stool. Your opponent staggering back to his corner and being hopeful that he can get it back together before the start of the next round.
Round two here. Nicely done as he lands a kick to the leg. Oh, Superman punch is good. He's got him hurt here. Well, St. Pierre's in half guard. All right, inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Don't play around here too long.
No, you got to either have two hands in or two hands out, or guys start to attack triangle. Oh, you got to be careful there, yep.
Postures up and lands a brutal strike to the head. He's having his way with him here. St. Pierre's right back to the full mount. Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground. All right, half guard for him here, and a lot of offensive options, I would think, at his disposal.
Oh, he's got a ton of options. He has submission options, but I believe the safest option for him here is going to be to use his ground and pound. Build a base, posture up, throw big strikes, get back to position, build posture again, throw big strikes, and just really wear him down with a really secure position in half guard.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground.
He's got that arm triangle. Watch him pass to the opposite side. It looks real tight. The pinches technique.
Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything alone to allow himself to get subbed.
Fighters separate from the clinch. Oh, pinpoint accuracy on the hook right there, DC.
That is a tremendous strike. Like Alex Pereira, you develop a great hook, you can end nights of your opponent. That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad.
Well, informed speculation says he's going to try to set up another hook here. Ooh, he's got it locked in. So just when it looked like he might get submitted, he slams his opponent down with authority as the tide turns here. This pace is just absurd, and he has kept it up throughout the fight. Shades of Max Holloway against Calvin Kattar, punches and punches.
I mean, being there, watching Max Holloway do what he did was super impressive. So to even list this performance alongside that tells you how this guy is fighting tonight.
All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of what was a great round, DC. Got to talk about that knockdown.
What a fantastic round. He was able to set up a great shot, got the knockdown. You have to be feeling good as he walks back to the corner.
So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done.
He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this again. He will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Oh, tags him with the straight. Nice job there by Silva. Well, we wondered earlier why there weren't as many body strikes. He's making up for losses. Stone drunk driving out there. We'll see if he can recover.
Fight back.
Silva getting work from the top here. These ground and pound strikes very effective. Let's see if he tries to work his way back to his feet. Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to
Fight
advance
back.
himself
Fight
to
back.
give him more of an advantage on the mat?
While landing several strikes here from the top, standing over his opponent. Good work here by George St. Pierre. All right, he's got him in the north-south. Oh, in good position to rip off the Kimura here. Oh, looks like he's got the sub locked in.
Great submission defense, a whole display by the opponent.
Oh, interesting there as he just decides to let him back up. And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Well, no surprise to see him rinse and repeat as he continues to target that swelling upstairs.
Targeting that swollen eye, getting back after him, making him work, and recognizing that, hey, this is my path. It's working. I'm going to stay on.
Immediately gets the underhook. Now some spacing as they exit the punch. All right, late in the fight now, he needs a finish or he's going to lose this fight tonight. About 2 minutes here to go in round 3.
I mean, the fight is going to be over. I can't believe he's still standing. That shot landed perfect.
All right, setting up for a finish here. Oh, he's out. The fight's going to continue.
Oh, my goodness. I thought it was over. I thought this fight was over.
Well, Silva's now dealing with a cheek cut. St. Pierre gets back up again. Well, no denying the durability on the other side, but at this point...
Both tough, both durable, both unwilling to take a step back. What a phenomenal fight.
Well, the right hand has been there at times, not that time.
Does a great job getting out of that clinch position.
Well, it's all... Will do it! Yeah, that was just a gorgeous shot to end the fight right there. I'm not even sure the opponent really saw it coming. So back to the drawing board for him. But for the winner, this is certainly exactly what he was looking for here tonight. We go to Bruce Buffer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 29 seconds of the third round, declaring the winner by knockout, George Rush St. Pierre!
Oh, well, you sort of had an inkling that this might be the way it went down, given our fighter meeting. George St. Pierre prioritized the finish, and it was clean tonight by way of the KO.
He spoke about finishing his opponent, and I don't know if I believed him. But tonight, GSP goes out there and he delivers and gets a massive knockout victory.
Our tale to take for this featherweight fight. We send it inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Zombie Magomedov. now introducing his opponent. Fighting out of the red corner, Diego Lopez!
Ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Well, for all the places we go in the world, few can hold up to this one. Good evening from T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Opened April of 2016. UFC went there for the first time at UFC 200, and they've been bringing big shows seemingly every other month ever since.
They call Vegas the fight capital of the world. And if you're talking about a home base for the UFC, you're talking about T-Mobile Arena, home to some of the biggest UFC events ever. UFC 200, Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. This place has been the home of some of the biggest UFC fights in history. Tonight, you get to take the same walk to that octagon to try to make your mark on the sport. Nice weather change.
Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Ooh, right into side control, DC. Oh, tight submission attempt now with the Durst. Oh, that's getting in deep now.
That's real deep, John. You gotta be careful.
Oh, he is out. How good is that?
That is phenomenal submission defense by this young man.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Nurmagomedov.
Great job not only reversing the position, but getting to your dominant position. Just because he got taken down doesn't mean he ain't gonna punch. Lands a beautiful strike from the bottom. Yep, gotta be very careful there.
Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job. Well, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. Not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly.
Big ground and pound. I mean, way to stay aware and stay safe defensively.
Under 2 minutes now to go in round one.
That was...
Oh, a huge strike lands there, DC.
Landed that massive shot. Now he needs to try to find the next shot, the follow-up shot that will finish the fight.
Oh, huge kick to the leg. Able to block that one. Well, he keeps going back to the well with that left hand, just out of reach.
That was a nice takedown, yes. That was a slick transition.
All right, close guard now.
Oh, he's got a guillotine here. Oh, nice guillotine there.
Oh, come on, that has got to be it.
Good work, guys.
Oh, hang on a second, he escapes.
What a tremendous job. You saw his hands immediately go to the inside. Attack the lock, create some space, go to your back, give up the mount, but live to fight another day.
Really good job to land these strikes from top position. Second round, straight ahead.
Take a deep breath and recover. This next round, you really want to focus on ground control. You have to set up your takedown. I want you to maintain a dominant position.
All right, a lot of high-level striking action in that last round. Daniel, take us through it, if you will.
Tit for tat. Who has the best chin? It seemed as though they were looking for that answer. Both guys took risk. What a fantastic round.
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, here we go with round two. Clipped him with the right hand there. Oh, effective use of the jab by Nurmagomedov. Oh, he's in trouble. That's a solid punch. That one definitely got through.
Oh, back and forth you go.
He told us this week, I got to keep these judges out of it. Mission accomplished.
Absolutely. He is a phenomenal grappler.
He said that he held the advantage there, and that would show itself in the fight. He proved that, and he gets a submission victory. Amazing.
All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
Here is Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 10 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out, Diego Lopez!
Well, what an incredible result here tonight as you see the winner there celebrating his victory by way of submission. And they put so much stock into finishing this fight. They felt like to really spin his career forward, they needed to not just win, but get the finish, and they certainly got it tonight.
They got the finish. He's such a terrific grappler. Every time he is on his back, he looks for submissions over and over again. Eventually, he found one tonight and got the desired result.
Date for this light heavyweight tilt. We send it inside the octagon. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is the former UFC light heavyweight champion and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, the People's Champ, Tito Ortiz! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC light heavyweight champion and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, the Iceman, Chuck Liddell!
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Our round is underway, and that means keep your eyes focused on the Iceman, Chuck Liddell, one of the most decorated knockout artists in UFC history, and showing that the power is still there at this stage of his career. He believes this matchup to be very favorable. He knows his takedown defense will have to be on point more often than not. It has been, and that is the focus for Chuck Liddell coming in here tonight. Continuing to stay busy here on the ground while working.
I got this. You gotta fight back.
Look at him attack that arm triangle on the opposite side. When it's time to finish, he will lock his hands, pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his chest to get all the way down to his opponent's neck to try to choke him out and finish his fight.
Tito's right back to the full mount here. Moving his head on the ground here, avoiding a lot of these big shots.
Hand fight, hand fight.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
An elbow.
Moving his head here on the ground, champ.
I mean, this guy is very active.
Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground.
Changing the position.
Outstanding work with the ground and pound here by Ortiz. Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
Really maximizing his shots here on the ground. Another ground and pound strike gets home. Oh, this one could be over soon. All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
Ortiz is in half guard. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Tito. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. Ground strikes continue to pile up. Are working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Tito's back inside control.
Beautiful transition. Now he's going full mount. Great job finding his shots from the top position. He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistently.
Round 2 is next. All right, so the round is over. You see, obviously, the fighter has a cut on his cheek sustained in that round, but better to be below the eye than above it. The cut man is in there trying to close it up. All right, replay truck has been kept busy tonight as we get you some clips from that previous round, and maybe we can even isolate the strike that opened his cheek up.
I mean, a cut on your cheek, while it's in a better spot, it is still so hard to deal with. Every time that gets hit, it hurts so bad. He's going to have to move his head here.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round 2. Pretty strong jab there by Ortiz. Nice straight punch there. Well, we thought in this round perhaps things would be different, but that is not the case. Kicking is normally his strong suit, but kind of laying back in the cut and waiting for things to happen.
It's like taking your best weapon and just putting it away and then going to war. This guy has such amazing kicks, and he's not throwing it. I don't understand what happened. I don't know if something happened in training camp that affected the leg, but something is stopping him from using his best weapon.
Stayed up there.
I mean, he's still on his feet, but he's not up there.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start. He passes the half.
We'll see how he chooses to defend here. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Oh, he's got the Kimura locked in. You gotta be kidding me. How did he get out?
He just stayed calm. He was able to withstand the fire. Now he finds himself out and safe.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by the Iceman. Oh, another strike lands from the top. Big fist here by the Iceman.
Trying to recover full guard there.
Oh, staying busy, fighting off of his back, and he lands. Under 2 minutes now to go in round 2. Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten. Nice transition. Great ground and pound by this man.
Oh, nice job to split his guard and get the ground strike home again.
There it is. Now he's running him out. He's got to be careful here. Using a lot of good movement. Nice shots landing from the top position.
Oh, huge ground strike there. I can see the cut man's actually getting excited. All right, well, he's got him softened up here.
Like that.
20 seconds to go. Ground and pound strike there now. Herb Dean steps in.
Oh, my goodness.
What a fight! So how about that? What a moment for this fighter as he pounds him out for the TKO win. Relentless strikes landed across the board and a huge, huge win in his career.
John, that was so impressive. What an amazing display of finishing ability by this young fighter.
Bruce Buffer is in the octagon with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 49 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO, the People's Champ, Tito Ortiz!
Well, when the lights shine bright, few fighters rise to the occasion as consistently as that man, the Huntington Beach bad boy, Tito Ortiz, getting his hand raised yet again inside the octagon here tonight. And the celebration is on for one of the best fighters in UFC history. Gerard Tyson with that patented white towel, the black shorts. This is as good as it gets, Jake.
I mean, what an iconic look, right? I mean, it is what our childhood was made of. Watching Mike Tyson with that stare, with the posse, with the crowd walking to the octagon, ready to go and tear somebody up. Iron Mike Tyson with the white towel, the black shorts, and no socks. Dude, this is what us kids in Louisiana, we looked up to him. He was a hero. It was like he was wearing a cape because he had on the white towel.
And I know you've seen some of the training footage. Got a pretty good sprawl. Perhaps that's going to be useful here tonight. A lot of these heavyweights are going to try to take Tyson down. Let's see how it goes for Iron Mike tonight. Mike Tyson steps inside the octagon. Tyson is ready to fight tonight. So here's Muhammad Ali making the walk to the octagon with much fanfare. A lot of people thought this moment would never materialize. I don't believe it.
You know, when people talk about the GOAT, it's always a conversation with people having opinions. Very rarely do you get a person almost universally considered the greatest of all time. That is what you get from Muhammad Ali when people talk about boxing. The guy has unbelievable hand speed, footwork, but it'll be his takedown defense that will allow him to find success inside the octagon. We're about to find out what the greatest can do, John, in an eight-sided cage.
And you're right, most heavyweights in this division are going to test his takedown defense, but Plus Athlete doesn't even begin to describe it. We'll see how it goes for Ali here tonight. Muhammad Ali set to fight Mike Tyson. And now our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. And now for the particulars, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. It's time! This fight is 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Mike Tyson! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Muhammad Ali!
Referee Herb Dean will handle the action in the octagon.
Good.
All right, this matchup of combat sports legends is underway. Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson. And for Cassius Clay, of course, the Thrilla in Manila, the Rumble in the Jungle. Let us see what type of history he can make tonight against Iron Mike.
I mean, so many believe that Mike Tyson could be the one that would cause Muhammad Ali issues. We finally get the question answered tonight as they get locked in the octagon. It's Tyson's ferocity, his speed, against the craftiness of Muhammad Ali. Turn back.
Back to his feet. awkward, at least in the early going. Big shots being landed on both sides here. Huge left. Back to the left hand now. Unable to connect. Oh, how good is that left hand? Watch the swelling becoming a real factor right now. Did they inject something into his face, or is he just swollen from the strikes?
Swollen from the strikes, man. Guy taking a couple shots. You never know which one is going to start to make you get damaged. Something good landed, and now you see the swelling starting.
Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting the head and sort of maybe letting his opponent gas out a little bit with all the volume.
His opponent sees the target, but he can't get to the target. So he'll continue to throw, and he'll continue to wear on his own gas tank. Nice punch to the head. So he needs to mix it up. He needs to start kicking more.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. Oh, how good is that? The diving punch lands flush to the head. Making all these shots count. All right, so the fighter's able to reverse position on the ground, and now he's got the dominant position.
Yeah, what a great job recognizing that once he got the reversal, he went right to his offense. He didn't wait, John. He did a good job of while his opponent goes, oh my goodness, I lost the position. He said, no, we're not done. I'm going to get to a dominant position myself.
All right, so he just decides to get up here and let the opponent up.
Great job fighting behind the limb.
30 seconds now to go in round one.
Ooh, what a punch. He's throwing bombs. Every time they come into contact, he is throwing bombs.
Minutes in the books. All right, so that's the end of the round. Potential adversity here. He's got a cut on his cheek sustained from that strike in the round. Now the focus becomes maximizing these 60 seconds, shutting that cut and preventing it from becoming a major factor here moving forward. All right, so a big knockdown for him courtesy of that punch in that round. DC, here's your replay.
Big moment in the previous round. They were both fighting very well, but when he landed this punch right here that sits his opponent down, it showed that the power is not equal, and if he can land, he does have the ability to damage him.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, let's get to round two. Oh, nice straight. That'll work. Big strike lands.
Big strike lands. Now he looks to try to take it out.
Oh, we're getting a finish here. Well, new round. Crowd continues to sway with every huge shot being landed. Back and forth we go.
That was lightning fast, that right hand. That hook was bad.
Straight right hand, no good. Back and forth we go. Beautiful strike there as he continues to attack that cut. Cut man's gonna be in trouble. Ali's nose is bleeding now. Looks to be cut, perhaps there on the bridge. Well, I'm no fighter, but if I rock a guy to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show.
Absolutely. You gotta go.
I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he is on Beach Street right now. He's seeing Tweety Bird over the top of his head. When you take a hit like that, you are on wobbly legs. This is such a crazy fight.
Well, you know this is the hurt business, and both guys are compromised at this stage of the fight.
Yeah, both guys are compromised. Both guys have been beat up. Both guys.
Big shots landed by him now. efficient and effective with the ground and pound strikes here. High-level work by Ali.
Oh, right into mount.
Nice positional control here. Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does. Well, we told you off the top of the broadcast he could do it all, but he's leaning on the striking tonight and continues to hit his opponent really with most of what he's throwing.
Well, he can't miss. I mean, it's like the guy's throwing a baseball at the side of the ball. Everything he throws, he lands, and he shows.
And back to his feet.
Watch out!
You like blood, perhaps this is the fight for you. That cut has really started to open up.
Oh! Holy smokes!
Well, that smile on his face is only going to be surpassed by the zeros on the check. A huge knockout tonight. Gotta think some bonus money's coming his way.
Bonus money is coming his way. When you knock somebody stiff like this, you expect a bonus check. What a phenomenal performance by this young man.
All right, we go back inside the octagon to the veteran voice once more. He is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called us out to this contest at 4 minutes, 38 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, Iron Mike Tyson!
So Iron Mike Tyson getting it done in the UFC yet again. I know a lot of people had some pause when he transitioned from boxing to mixed martial arts, but the proof is in the pudding. Another big win for Tyson here tonight. And now you can start to think about matchmaking this guy moving forward. He might draw some names in the top 5. Huge win for Mike Tyson with the odds stacked against him here tonight. All right, so here he is, Jorge Gamebred Masvidal, turned pro in mixed martial arts back in 2003. More than 45 pro MMA fights to his credit. Seems to have finally found the division in which he belongs and trying to make a run here to welterweight title contention.
At welterweight, he has a speed advantage. He also can still defend takedowns very, very effectively. You want to fight? Get an octagon. Get a boxing ring. Let's go in someone's backyard.
Yeah.
It does not matter. Just tell Jorge Masvidal where it's at. He'll be there. This is a fighter's fighter, and he's always looking for a good scrap.
And that's why when Leon Edwards confronted him backstage, had to give him the 3-piece in the soda, right?
Got him with a biscuit. He got him with the biscuit.
Jorge Gamebred Masvidal steps inside the octagon. He's ready to fight. Well, even dating to his time on The Ultimate Fighter, DC, back in 2015, you got the sense very early on that Kamaru Usman could be something special, as he has always put it. I'm a problem. As a champion, he's real.
Yes, he is a problem because he has a pace and pressure that most guys can't handle. We saw it in the RDA fight. We saw it in the Woodley fight. And because his wrestling is so smothering, as he showed in the Moraes fight, the striking opportunities open themselves up. Kamaru Usman, as you say, J.A., is a real problem for anybody at 100%.
And he's a loyalist. He has been true to his coaches, Henry Hoof, Greg Jones, and everybody else. Kamaru Usman has realized the dream and will try to take it to the next level. And now our tale to take for this welterweight championship fight. To get us started with the official introductions, we go inside to the veteran voice of the Octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. It's time! And now, 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman.
Herbert Dean's in the building. He is the third man in the Octagon tonight. All right, here we go with this high-profile welterweight matchup, Kamaru Usman and Jorge Masvidal. And for Usman, man, ice water in his veins doesn't even begin to describe it. This man's ready for fight night like nothing I've ever seen.
I mean, nothing I have ever seen. When he walked into the camera and said, "I'm a problem," I mean, Kamaru, you don't have to tell us. We can see it right now. But let me tell you something, Jorge Masvidal is not afraid of that problem. He wants to solve that problem. That's why he continues.
And now he's got the back. Ground and pound. The hammer Mark Coleman would be proud. Usman's back in full mount.
You got to be so well-rounded once you get to the top of these divisions. You cannot just be a knockout guy. You got to be able to change it up if you find yourself in this situation that he's in right now.
Well, how about the movement off of the back? Nice job to avoid the ground and pound here by Gamebred.
Beautiful ground strikes landed.
These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. Under 3 minutes here to go in the round. If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do? You
got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Usman's back in full mount.
Nice shot there by the champ.
Oh, nice movement to avoid that strike coming down. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Kamaru Usman. Another ground and pound strike lands. Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top. Oh, high-level stuff here with the ground and pound by Usman.
Side control, side control.
Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Oh, this is not good. Mounted crucifix, all that body weight from the top position. This could be the beginning of the end.
Yes, this could be the beginning of the end. This is a very, very bad position for the bottom guy. Top guy has moved into a position where he can finish the fight. He just needs to make sure that the trap he has set is still tended to so that the guy doesn't escape from it. Oh, he puts his knee on belly.
Masvidal's eye is closing up. That is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want him to know this.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
So a strong 5 minutes down. Heading back to the corner now after that round. And now Masvidal's eye starting to look pretty bad. He absorbed a lot of damage over those 5 minutes. We'll see if the cut man can do anything about that. All right, as they attend to the damaged fighter, we will re-rack some replays for you. A lot of damaging strikes landed by the opposition in that previous round.
Well, him just not really paying attention on the defensive side has made his opponent look like an absolute world beater. He's a good fighter, but he has never looked this good. And that is partly because his opponent is not defending.
All right, round 2. Glancing right hand lands upstairs. Oh, how how good was that combo? He is really doing a nice job stringing his shots together now. Oh, now going for the takedown. Masvidal's side looks so swollen now. You've got to at least speculate as to whether or not that is a fractured organ. What a beautiful entry on the takedown for Kamaru Usman. Now we'll see what he can do with it. His ground and pound is outstanding. He's been more opportunistic with it of late. And you know, in terms of the cardio, few men can match it here in this UFC welterweight division. Posture's up now. That's a vicious head strike. How'd he take it? All right, so from being dominated to in the dominant position. Nice reversal on the ground.
Big shot, man.
We go 2 minutes down here in the second round. Right now, I think he's still compromised. We'll see if he can recover here. He's in a world of trouble.
Oh, nice level change.
Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round one. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round. He has certainly picked up the pace here. And has his chin been tested early. And mixes in a takedown. Why not? Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively. All big punches landing here. We'll see if he can work back to his feet. All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut.
A series of punches from the top here by Kamaru Usman. All right, side control now.
Getting them out here.
Pretty athletic off his back to avoid that strike from the top.
Pop your hip. This is where he wants to be. Push him off! Push him off! That swelling here, that area that's all swollen, continues to get worse every time he gets hit there.
All right, 20 seconds to go in the round. Lands the ground and pound strike. And the horn sounds on round two. All right, somewhat mercifully, that is the end of the round. The swelling around his eye is out of control. Cut man hustling in quickly, but I think they might stop this fight, DC. All right, so back to the stools we go. They say defense wins championships, and he has not defended well tonight.
He isn't trying, or at least it doesn't seem like he's trying. He has got to move his head. He's trying to react when the punch is already coming, and that's not working. If he takes many more of these shots, this fight is going to be stopped due to the swelling.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Straight right hand now, just misses. Nice jab there by Jorge Game-Bred Masvidal.
He landed it perfectly. Perfect placement. Perfect position. What a huge blow in a big moment in this fight. Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Essentially a scoring shot at this point in time, and I'm not sure there's any end swell in the building that's going to open that eye back up. They might stop this fight. Oh, good ground and pound here. Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there.
Now he's got a good body position, yup.
Oh, big shots raining down. All right, he continues to bully his opponent here, really manhandling him on the ground. Print the shirts, ground and pound. Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas. Usman's right back to the full mount. We have crossed the midpoint of this fight. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. Another ground and pound strike lands. Oh, shades of the godfather of the ground and pound, Mark Coleman, as he lands again.
Coley somewhere smiling, watching this guy land from the top position.
Good work from the top here by Usman.
He's got to start throwing down.
Huge elbow. Trying to finish this fight.
Now he's looking arm triangle on the opposite side. When he goes to finish, look, he's got it locked. When he goes to finish, he has to pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his chest to get enough pressure to finish his technique.
Oh, might get the win here by finish.
Okay, he's got it. That's it.
You need to work on this position.
Oh, somehow he got out.
That was beautiful. Look at how he brought his hips up in the air. Used his momentum to swing himself back to his chest being facing the mat. What a beautiful display of submission defense.
Right there.
All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter. That's 3 rounds. We're now headed to the championship rounds. All right, so that round is in the books. And now Masvidal's eye may not recover, folks. You can see the visible damage. It is nearly completely swollen shut at this point in time. Referee is watching things closely. I wouldn't be surprised, candidly, if the doctor stops the fight here between rounds. All right, well, 1 minute of end swell can only do so much. Let us look back at some of the damaging strikes in that previous round.
It doesn't seem like it's going to do much. And if it does, he can't take any more of these shots. He was too stationary. He took everything square on the target. He's got to move his head, and he's got to be proactive instead of reactive in terms of his defense.
We have arrived at the 4th round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, 4th round is now underway as we get to the championship rounds. What is a fighter's mindset when you get to this 16th minute?
This is when you understand that nothing is ever going to be hard. This is the hardest round in fighting. This is going to really test your will and your desire to become champion. That was nice.
Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll.
Now he's going full mount.
Oh, and there it is. Was only a matter of time. That ground strike has cut him open. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. Oh, these ground strikes are just brutal. All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man, I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep. Oh, he got to his spot.
Oh, heavy shots raining down. Posture's up now. Oh, it delivers. Kamaru Usman.
Holy smokes.
So how about that as he pounds him out for the TKO? Prioritize the finish tonight. Absolutely gets it with style points. A huge, huge result here in this arena tonight.
It's always fun to see an athlete tell you what they're going to do, and then they do it. This guy told us he was going to get a finish, and that's exactly what he did. Him and his team are going to have a fantastic time tonight celebrating. They should all be very proud.
Now we go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 41 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman.
All right, so Kamaru Usman, your winner tonight by TKO, and the knockouts really starting to pile up later in Kamaru Usman's career. He found it off of the jab, and the setups were beautiful. This was a clean effort from your guy tonight.
I mean, it starts with the jab. The way that he pressures guys. He hurts him with the jab, and then he finds that follow-up shot that allows for him to win like this. These TKO victories are very difficult to come by, and Kamaru Usman is getting them at the highest level.
Well, he told us in our fighter meeting he absolutely needed a finish here tonight. We thought those words were strong. The performance was stronger. So it all comes down to this, ladies and gentlemen, as we set our eyes on the #1 light heavyweight contender. Daniel, I often say the greatest part of this job for you and me is seeing a non-champion break through and strike UFC gold for the first time.
Yeah, it's the best. Because watching these athletes over the course of fight week, trying to wrap their mind around how big of a chance they have. And then when you get to Saturday night, you can see it on their face. They're just thinking about what life looks like after. If I get it done, how does my life change? Tonight he has an opportunity to change everything in regards to his life.
And this fight week has been exceptional. It was a great weight cut, very forthcoming in our fighter meeting. All eyes on the #1 205-pound contender here tonight. Well, we have seen a lot of fighters expeditiously rise to mixed martial arts superstardom. But how about Alex Pereira? Crosses over into mixed martial arts from kickboxing and essentially takes the sport by storm.
By storm, John. I mean, so fast to go from a guy that was what can be to the champion. But when you possess this level of skill, when your kickboxing is second to none, and then you train with Glover, you develop wrestling defense, you know that you have a chance. Pereira not only had a chance, he took it all the way to the title. And tonight, he looks to get another victory.
He's seemingly a perfect mix of intensity and composure. He has heart, championship medal. Alex Pereira, the total package. We're certainly glad he's here in the UFC. Tape for this light heavyweight title fight. All right, now for the particulars, he is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the UFC light heavyweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the former UFC light heavyweight champion, Quinton Jackson! And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Alex PEREIRA!
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready. Good.
All right, here we go with round one action, and all eyes are on Poatan Alex Pereira. So many layers to his striking game, but you can argue chief among them in terms of his weapons, those calf kicks. He uses that weapon early on in fights, so certainly something that bears watching. We'll see if the decorated kickboxer Alex Pereira can get those leg kicks going early. Well, you admire the effort there, but the left punch counter is no good. All right, so a nice sequence right out of the chute by the kickboxer, continuing to attack that lead leg of the boxer, who didn't seem maybe as worried about the leg kicks midweek as he should be.
Well, you don't worry about it until 2 or 3 land and you can barely roll. This boxer is going to have to make some adjustments so that he is not eating leg kick after leg kick as the fight goes on.
Checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got hurt very bad with his head kick. Now we have to find one more strike to end the night.
3 minutes to go. Both guys appeared to land there.
They're going at it here. Huge shots landing on both sides. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that punch was blocked. Useful strike there. The hook is clean. Big right hand there. Oh, big shots getting through. Head kick to boot. Both fighters throwing heat now. That's one over the top, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Beautiful lateral change. Make them think you're going low and you're right over the top with that beautiful overhand. Great punch. He's hurt again. This is a great fight.
All right, 45 seconds now to go.
Oh, my God, he's hurt. He's hurt.
30 seconds now to go in the round. Alex Pereira gets caught by that straight punch. That'll get his attention. Final seconds. Heading back to the corner after that round. Jackson's bleeding from the forehead here a bit. Hopefully they can get that under control so it doesn't trickle down into his eyes in the next round.
It happens.
Well, I'm not sure the extent to which he has recovered, but we do see the end of the round. DC, talk us through the replay.
Well, he's a tough guy. He's going to make it to the stool. He's going to survive unless you put him completely out of there. Unfortunately, he's in there with a guy that does have that ability.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, second round underway.
Another massive fire.
Oh, man, DC, he would appear to be in real trouble. Oh, another ground strike gets through.
You gotta be careful here.
Jackson's in half guard now. Lands with the ground and pound here. Might be a submission attempt here,
I
champ.
mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in a full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
Pereira's strike attempt there is blocked.
What a beautiful high kick that landed there.
All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that eye area.
Yeah, he's got hit in the eye, and now there's a cut. But it's nothing to worry about too much now. But he's got to be very careful with it as we go forward.
Straight to the body by Rampage. So a much different approach from him here in round 2.
And it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect, John. Great placement on that uppercut. Nice shot to the head from the clinch position.
Well, he was knocked down by his opponent earlier in the round, and I'm not sure he... Back to his feet. Just over 2 minutes to go in the round. Tries the... So no judges needed tonight as he pounds him out for the TKO. I'm hoping I get an invite to the after party. All right, we set it inside for the official decision. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 30 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Alex PEREIRA!
All right, so indeed it is Alex Pereira by TKO, and you're playing with fire if you're going to stand and trade with this man, and his opponent obviously paid the ultimate price tonight.
It's just not smart. I mean, the guy is phenomenal. He's a great kickboxer. If he gets you hurt, he also has a unique ability to find the kill shot to put you out.